Alright guys, back again. Just going to do my collection overview video. It's been a while since you last saw my unveiling of the media library, and it's grown considerably, and I've moved stuff around, so let's just take a bit of a walk through. Well, starting from the top here, you can see the Machete figurine that came in the box set from Germany, and my 3 Living Dead dolls. I don't have many anymore. Just kept the few ones that I really like, especially Penny there, who was the first one I got. The Blind Dead collection, which is awesome. And then this is pretty much my wall of display tapes, all the ones with my favourite covers. So just quickly, there's the new Abyss up there with that awesome cover. Got Dark Angel with Dolph Lundgren, Freddy's Dead. The awesome Gates of Hell cover. It's fantastic, which rips off the Nightmare City cover. The Death Raiders, which I got from Extra the Mutilator, somebody who needs to start making more videos, please. 976 Evil, which is a great cover there. Berserker, one of the recent ones I picked up. Bad Dreams, Predator, Edge of the Axe I got from Dom, thanks for that mate. Future Kill with the awesome H.R. Geiger artwork. Final Exam, Dead Pit, Bells, which has got an awesome cover and still no DVD release. Mind Killer, that's an absolutely killer cover. Video Dead, this one's got a reversible cover, this one's on Premiere. And Soul Survivor, which I love that cover. Awesome pickup there of Raw Force, which I showed before. Video Classics Gold and The Crazies, probably my best pickup from a Vinnie's for 40 cents or whatever it was. Amityville 3, great cover, shitty condition. Stabilizer I just showed, I love that cover. And my 2 modern tapes of House of the Devil, which is in widescreen, and Things, which is not. Keeping with the display tapes, I've got a few smaller box ones at the front here of The Keep and Boogeyman, X-Ray, and my oldest tape, Prophecy, which I thought had gotten thrown out. Thankfully it did not, so that's awesome, I still have that. And a couple of really cheesy ones here, Cobra Against Ninja, and a few others like that. They just have some awesome covers, very cheesy. Below that, this is the Tower of Japanese tapes. Yeah, so they're mainly action, jungle action stuff from Italy and the Philippines, and there's a few horrors in there, like the as yet not on DVD Spider Labyrinth. So there's a few shelves of that. Some great titles in there on this one. Oh, and they're tightly packed. Yeah, I'll get to that later. More down here. There's the awesome Brent Huff. What a fantastic cover that is. Some more tapes down there. And then my very small collection of Greek tapes, English ones. And staying with the tapes at the moment, this is my collection of K-tel and CBS Fox, which I've got quite a good collection of the K-tels now. And some Thorn EMIs there on the side, with the very cheesy but definitely very cool Bloodbeat. And the CBS Foxes here. Booby Trap, love this cover. The awesome Equalizer 2000, which is not going to come out. These are very tightly packed. Night of the Creeps in there. Out of the Body. Sorority House Massacre. Great cover there. One of the recent pickups of Unhinged. And some Fox videos. There's my Warbus, awesome. More Fox videos. And my Video Classics and Video Classics Gold. Well, this is the wall of Roadshow, and the Roadshow sub-labels like Premiere and Applause and Palace. So up the top there's some of the latter release Roadshows, the premieres that I've got, my Applause. There's some great titles in there. You can see The Gate. Some Palace tapes here. Some older Roadshows. And some of the awesome big box Roadshows. Ones like The Kindred. That's an awesome cover. Still not on DVD officially. There's a crappy Australian grey market release, but that's just from this tape as far as I can tell. Vault of Horror. I've only got one volume of that, and there was 5 in total. They'd be nice to have. Some Palace. There's my Simon King of the Witches, the only vibrant that I've got. Palace Films, Palace Academy. More Palace tapes, and onto the older road shows. Some great titles there. Mother's Day, Rats, and the very oldest of the road shows from the original series that came out. So there's some titles like Blood Beach, still not on DVD. Don't even know what that one is, but I got that in a box of stuff, praise of older women. Kiss of the Tarantula, one of the later ones I've picked up. The awesome Naked Fist finally just got its DVD release. It's also called Firecracker, I think, and that just got released under that title. One of my favourite road shows, Turkey Shoot. And a few other awesome ones here, like Alchemist, Brainwaves, and a brilliant cover, Kill and Kill Again. And in the corner here is where the rest of the tapes go, roughly sorted by their labels as well. We've got some RCA Columbias down here, with some great titles here like Endgame, still not on DVD that one. Thunder, great Italian action there. The hilarious Collision Course with Pat Morita and Jay Leno, not as bad as it looks. Got some CBL tapes on the end here. Some 7 Keys, Showcase, and some Warner. Going down a level here. THG. Film packs, the older Warner titles. It's a bit dark, not much light in the corner here, and you won't be able to see, but these are double stacked with some of the labels at the back. You can see Cell back there, and a few deltas that I've got. Peacock, Prestige, Play Around, Star Video, and a Crying Cat. Not to forget down the bottom here, my collection of Laserdiscs. As strange as it may sound, some people don't like VHS, and for them, here's the DVDs and Blu-rays. Starting in the corner with my Shameless collection. There's the first 20. The 3 titles from the Bronx Warriors trilogy, and some of the newer ones that are coming out, with Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, the latest one I've got, and there's a few more on the way. My Arrows, and the awesome Video Nasties 3-pack DVD. If you haven't got it, you should buy it. My Raro DVDs, they're an Italian label, and they do a mix of giallos, horrors, that's Nightmare City, and some pretty awesome Eurocrime stuff, like Killers vs. Killers, Il Boss, Naked Violence, a giallo, Manhunt, Milano Calibro 9, and Plot of Fear, another giallo. Next to that, my Man-Eater trilogies. This is as schlocky as you're going to get. These are the Sci-Fi Channel movies that focus on some particular monster. So there's monster or just a creature. So you got a tiger there, a monkey, giant spiders, crocodile, sharks, octopus things, swamp devils, bees. You get the drift. I'm particularly a fan of Wyvern, which is about a dragon type thing. That one's a bit of fun. My Synapse titles, not many there. My Code Reds, not many of them. And the 2 Camp Motion Pictures. Moving down the shelf, we've got my Anchor Bays, starting off with some of the early doubles that I picked up back in the day of Inferno, Phenomena, Tenebrae, and Deep Red. That's number 1 and 3. Number 2 was Demons 1 and 2, which I don't have. But I do have Demons separately, and Demons 2 on Umbrella. Lucio Fulci Volume 2, which is Manhattan Baby and New York Ripper. 2 that I now have on Shameless as well. The awesome Suspiria 3-disc set, which is numbered 48459 of 60,000. Comes with the soundtrack, which is great. Or the A to Z of the Anchor Bays. Blue Undergrounds. and my Shriek shows. And on the end here, the 2 Dragon Entertainment discs that I've got, that I've had for a very long time. Very rare Blood Diner and From Beyond. I love my Umbrella releases. They always look great when they're lined up, and the comic book sets here certainly look pretty fantastic when they're all lined up. Next to them, the Bloody Best of British range, and then onto the Drive-In Deliriums, the Women in Prison set that Dom sent me. Thanks very much again for that. Some of the Dario Argento ones, and then A to Z of their mostly horror titles. And then Asylum, not The Asylum, but this is an Australian label. Movies like Dead in 3 Days. The underrated Eden Lake, and the Fantastic Frontiers. Insomnia, who put out, this is pretty good, Autopsy. I recommend that if you haven't seen it. But a lot of their stuff is pretty cheesy late night horror movies. Well, aside from the one heart box that I've got for Red Rings, this is where the Madman and Eastern Eye stuff goes, and they all look pretty good when they're lined up. So mainly Asian horror and some martial arts stuff here, and a few strange ones. Cutie Honey, this is a hilarious movie. You need to see it. I won't tell you anything about it, just see it. Some great titles in here. The Hong Kong Legends, some great martial art movies in this one here. You got some Jackie Chan, some Sammo Hungs, and on the end here, the Jackie Chan box set and a few of his other movies that I keep aside here because my wife is a giant fan of Jackie Chan. This whole section down here is action. All of this is action movies. I do have quite a few of them. And they're generally sorted into, from over here, the box sets and sort of multi-packs, and then some series. You'll see Beverly Hills Cops in there, the Kickboxer series, Maniac Cops are in there. Then on to some of the actors. So it starts with Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Seagal, lots of Seagal, Dolph Lundgren, got to be one of my favourites there, Dolph Lundgren, Wesley Snipes, and then it just keeps going. Gary Daniels and Chuck Norris and etc. etc. Then over here, aside from a few multi-packs again at the front, it's just A to Z of miscellaneous action. And then down the bottom here, on the last shelf is all the thrillers and dramas, or as some people call them, normal movies. And speaking of normal movies, in the corner here with the brooms and the spades is the comedies and TV shows, right near the door, so that when my guests arrive, I just send them to this shelf because anything else they're not going to like. So there's the Blackadders and Monty Pythons in here. There's my awesome complete run of Monkey, best TV show ever made, and then just A to Z of comedies. And the final DVD shelves we're looking at here, the first 2 are all horror, and the third is sci-fi fantasy. Starting off from the top here, we've got Jason Voorhees and Ash Williams guarding the extension leads and power cables. The Nightmare on Elm Street box set, some other awesome Sleepaway Camp, and the B-movie horror set, which has got a great spine layout there. Hideshi Hino's Theatre of Horror, which is pretty interesting set of made-for-TV sort of mini-movies at 60 minutes long each, and that's just fallen over, so I'll pop him up there. And then we're on to the series. I took this idea from Got Horror, who had all the franchises laid out, and that's what I've done here with all the Friday the 13th and all that kind of stuff. So there's Feast, Basket Case, even Blade, Hellraisers are all there, House, the Dead trilogy, or quadrilogy, or actually pentalogy, Reanimators, Resident Evils, Rings, Scanners, blah 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 blah, and then the zombie movies on the end here. Zombie 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then A to Z of horror. If there's anything you ever want me to pull out and review, talk about, then yeah, just drop me a message and I'm happy to do so. Or any particular title that you want to see more of. Just scan through these quickly. Down the bottom here is where all the classic horror is. So you've got the monster, Universal Monsters down here, and some Bela Lugosi stuff, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, and a few box sets there. And then lastly, sci-fi fantasy. It's all loosely mixed together. So Lord of the Rings is next to Robocop, is next to Star Trek, and then A to Z. So this is where the alien and robot movies all go, basically. And I do have a few of those. And then all my trashy Asylum movies go down here, so everybody knows to avoid them. The Holly Weird range, which was a range of sort of 50s and 60s drive-in movies that I think was it. Yep, Payless put out about 2000, 2001, with some very sort of bright, schlocky covers. They're really quite cool. Long deleted and hard to find these now. All the fantasy and schlock stuff here. Ed Wood movies, 50s creature movies, and my wife's pretty thorough collection of Alfred Hitchcock here. A lot of his stuff all the way from the 20s and up. Everybody likes high definition these days, and I've got quite a little collection amassing here. These are the Blu-ray box sets I've got. Alien, Dirty Harry, The I Spit on Your Grave double, Matrix, Rockies, Rambos, Underworlds, and the awesome Arrow release of Batman. Starting over this side here, I've got my metal pack of Inglourious Bastards, which is really awesome indented tin, comes with some cards. My little small collection of steelbooks, but I'm really happy with how that's going. My 2 Criterion Blu-rays, the first release from Midnight Legacy, the awesome Alien 2 on Earth, all my Blue Undergrounds here, and then everything else is just A to Z of Blu-ray. All genres mixed in, and as the collection grows, I guess the genres will get mixed out, and yeah, I'll split it out into horror and action at least. Down there. And then I've got a few display items here. A bit dark, but you can see the Evil Dead tin, the Hellraiser tin, Bronx Warriors tin, that's a bit hard to see there, and the awesome Texas Chainsaw Massacre metal pack. Then Planet of the Apes, complete Blu-ray set, which is really cool, and my new release of Grindhouse Australian. Something I've never talked about much before is my rabid fandom of Doctor Who, both the old and the newer series, and I've got all the VHS here from the early days, as you can see there. And what I did do back in the day was I slipped some custom spines over the VHS. I didn't touch the cover art that's there, just some custom spines because they all looked pretty crap lined up. And well, I just wasn't going to have that, so they all look pretty good. And then we've got the DVDs down here, which I don't buy too many of anymore because there's too many and they're too expensive, and I've got them all on tape, and well, that's good enough really. And very last part of my collection I want to show is my books and magazines that I've never shown these before. The books, I've got just a small but pretty good little collection here. I've got the Nightmare USA, Art of the Nasty, Book of the Dead, Teenage Wasteland, Bruce Campbell's bio and his novel, which is really funny. The awesome Bible here of Eaten Alive, and oh yeah, where is it? The incredibly awesome Tough to Kill, and in front of it, if you like giallo, you need this one, Blood and Black Lace. Pretty much every giallo ever made is in that. It's dated now because it talks about VHS releases instead of DVDs, but yeah, it's still essential stuff. And on the end here, I've got Creepy Images, 1 through 10 I think, and the Midnight Media stuff, which is really good. So you get Hispanic Horrors, the 3 /hits books, which are good fun, and Giallo Scrapbook 1 and 2. Now, recently, as of last week, I inherited all these magazines. A friend of mine was going to throw them out, and I said, "Don't you dare do that, you are going to give me those magazines." And he did. Now, I already had a few issues of Is It Uncut, which is still my favourite magazine, but he's given me, and I'll just quickly show what I've got here, a whole bunch of Horror Hound magazines, Dark Side magazines, it's a UK magazine, a hell of a lot. This is all Rue Morgue. I had a couple of the newer ones, but yeah, I've got a few older ones going back here now, so I'm going to work my way through Rue Morgue. Some awesome and very old Fangorias. These are going to be a blast to visit, I think. Some great stuff here. Famous Monsters of Filmland. There's a few sort of special issues there. A few older things in here. Just pop that top lot off. Some little magazines like Fatal Visions, Gore Zone, which I read one and I thought the editing was shocking. Hopefully they get better. Vampirilla, which is a strange mag. And what do we got down here? Slaughterhouse. So yeah, that's my magazines and books. Well guys, that's pretty much it for my horror collection and action and comedy and everything overview. You'll see I put up my Dawn of the Dead poster in here, so all four are up there. And I've got one more on its way, and I'm hoping to get a fifth poster sometime soon. Just do a little bit of a walk around. And we've also got good old Arnie in Total Recall. That's actually a wooden poster plaque thing. It's pretty good actually. Got that from a Vinnie's for $3 years and years ago. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this has all worked out. Got a lot of room to play. Can still go up a bit if I need to. There's always room if you need it. It's not hard to double stack and squish things in. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me, and I'll just leave Hellraiser here with Pinhead and say goodnight. Just one final addition, and excuse my voice, I have a bit of a cold, but I just got a 68cm Sony Trinitron CRT, which was now going to live in the garage, and is currently playing this VHS of Incubus. And it's a bit hard to tell, but the quality is exceptional. VHS was really meant to be played on these old tube TVs, and I'm incredibly happy to have such a decent Sony Trinitron to play back these things on. So it's quite a large TV, and it's on a nice stand that I've had for a long time, and the sound's fine and the picture is excellent, so Pinhead will mind the TV for me when I'm not in the room. Lots of VHS to watch. See you guys later.